Have you ever felt like no matter how careful you are, your heart health just seems harder to manage with each passing year? You watch what you eat, you stay active, you take your medications just like the doctor says. And still, there's this quiet worry in the back of your mind. Is it enough? What if I told you that nature itself might be holding a few secrets your doctor isn't talking about? 3 powerful fruits that can help your heart even more effectively than some medications. And before you think, this sounds too good to be true, let me tell you, I've spent hours digging into medical studies, expert advice, and natural health journals, all to find the real answers you deserve. Because the truth is, after 70, every single decision you make about your health carries more weight. You don't have time for fads or empty promises. You need real solutions, simple, natural, and powerful. And today, you're going to discover them. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only know what these fruits are, but also exactly how to add them into your life to start feeling stronger, more vibrant, and more in control of your heart health. I'll even share a bonus tip that ties everything together, like a little gift for being here with me. If that sounds like the kind of knowledge you've been looking for, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you're doing right now to take care of your heart? Let's build a community where we can all learn and grow stronger together. Now, let's dive into it. When we talk about heart health, most of us immediately think about things like blood pressure medication, statins, cholesterol checks, and stress tests. And those are important, no doubt. But food, the right food, can be just as powerful. Certain fruits, in particular, are packed with natural compounds that work at the cellular level to heal inflammation, balance blood pressure, and even lower bad cholesterol. You might be thinking, I already eat fruit, so I must be fine. But not all fruits are created equal. Some are far more potent when it comes to protecting your heart, especially once you reach your 70s and beyond. The first fruit I want to share with you is one that's been praised for centuries. But only recently have scientists begun to truly understand its remarkable effects on the heart. It's pomegranate. Now, maybe you've seen pomegranates in the grocery store, sitting there with their thick, tough skin, and thought, what a hassle to deal with. And it's true, they're a bit tricky to open. But inside, those little ruby red seeds are nothing short of a miracle for your arteries. You see, pomegranates are packed with powerful antioxidants called polyphenols. These compounds help reduce something known as oxidative stress, the very thing that damages your blood vessels over time, leading to hardening of the arteries, high blood pressure, and eventually heart disease. One landmark study showed that drinking a small glass of pomegranate juice every day can actually reduce the buildup of plaque in the arteries by up to 30%, without any side effects. That's something no prescription drug can promise. Even better, pomegranate helps your body produce more nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes your blood vessels and improves circulation. That means better blood flow, lower blood pressure, and a heart that doesn't have to work quite so hard to pump blood throughout your body. Imagine what that could mean for your everyday life. Climbing stairs without getting winded, taking longer walks without chest tightness, and sleeping soundly without worrying about what's happening inside your chest. And here's the best part. You don't need a lot. Just a half cup of the fresh seeds, or a small 4-ounce glass of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice each day can deliver incredible benefits. No fancy supplements, no complicated diets, just the simple power of one beautiful fruit. Now, as we savor the idea of pomegranate's benefits, let's gently move to the second fruit that deserves a place on your plate. Blueberries. Ah, blueberries. Tiny, humble, but mighty beyond belief. If pomegranate is the armor for your arteries, then blueberries are like the shield for your heart. They protect in ways most people never realize. These little blue gems are rich in anthocyanins, another group of antioxidants that specifically protect the inner lining of your blood vessels. When this lining, called the endothelium, stays healthy, your blood flows smoothly, your pressure stays stable, and your risk of heart attacks and strokes drops dramatically. Researchers found that older adults who ate just one serving of blueberries a day had significantly lower blood pressure and better overall heart function compared to those who didn't. It's almost like nature's version of a daily blood pressure pill, only tastier and without the side effects. I can already hear you asking, fresh or frozen? And the good news is, both work beautifully. Frozen blueberries retain nearly all of their nutrients, making them a perfect year-round option. Toss them into a bowl of oatmeal, sprinkle them over yogurt, or just enjoy a handful as a snack. Your heart will thank you. And before we continue to the final fruit, which might just surprise you the most, let's take a moment to appreciate something important. By even considering adding these fruits into your diet, you're already making a profound investment in your future. You're choosing to fight for your heart, to take control, and to give yourself the gift of more good days ahead. And that's something to be proud of. All right, are you ready for the third heart-saving fruit? This one might not be as flashy as pomegranates or as familiar as blueberries, but in many ways, it's the quiet hero of heart health. I'm talking about kiwi. Yes, that fuzzy little green fruit you may have overlooked in the produce aisle. It turns out, kiwi is one of the most heart-friendly foods you can eat, and it's practically made for seniors. Kiwi is rich in potassium, fiber, and vitamin C, 3 nutrients that work together to lower blood pressure, reduce bad cholesterol, and strengthen blood vessels. In fact, one study found that eating just 2 kiwis a day could lower blood pressure as effectively as some prescription drugs. And it doesn't stop there. The high fiber content in kiwi helps sweep excess cholesterol out of your system, while the vitamin C boosts your immune system, something that becomes even more critical with each passing year. What I love most about kiwi is how easy it is to enjoy. You can slice it up and eat it fresh, blend it into smoothies, or even just cut it in half and scoop it out with a spoon. It's sweet, a little tangy, and incredibly refreshing, like a burst of vitality you can taste. And here's a little secret. Kiwi is also excellent for digestion, which means it helps your body absorb all those other heart-healthy nutrients even better. So there you have it. 3 fruits, simple and natural, yet packed with more heart-healing power than many of the medications lining pharmacy shelves. Pomegranate, blueberries, and kiwi. 3 gifts from nature waiting to help you live stronger, longer, and happier. And there's still so much more to share with you about how to truly unlock the full potential of these fruits in your daily life. Small changes can create powerful ripples when done with the right mindset and the right heart. Let's keep going. Now that you know the 3 incredible fruits that can help protect and heal your heart, pomegranate, blueberries, and kiwi, you might be wondering, how do I fit them into my daily routine in a way that feels natural and enjoyable? That's exactly what we're going to explore next, because knowing something is good for you is only half the battle. Living it, making it a joyful part of your life, is where the real magic happens. Let's start by talking about something simple: your breakfast. After all, breakfast isn't just the most important meal of the day. It's your first chance to start protecting your heart the moment you wake up. Imagine beginning your morning with a bowl of warm oatmeal, lightly sweetened with a few fresh blueberries. Maybe you sprinkle a handful of pomegranate seeds on top, their bright color adding a little sparkle to your plate. It's not just beautiful, it's powerful. You're starting your day by bathing your cells in antioxidants, helping your blood vessels stay flexible and strong. If you're someone who enjoys smoothies, you're in luck. One of the easiest ways to weave these heart-healthy fruits into your routine is to blend them together. A simple smoothie made with frozen blueberries, a splash of pomegranate juice, a half a kiwi, and a little plain yogurt is like a love letter to your heart. And it only takes about 3 minutes to make. You don't have to overhaul your diet overnight. Small, consistent choices. That's what builds resilience over time. Maybe today, it's a handful of blueberries with your lunch. Tomorrow, it's a few slices of kiwi as your afternoon snack instead of reaching for a cookie. Over weeks and months, these tiny choices add up to powerful change. Now, while we're talking about small changes, there's something very important we need to address: sugar. Some people hear fruit and immediately worry about sugar. Isn't fruit full of sugar? You might be thinking. It's a smart question, and you're right to ask it. The key is to understand the difference between natural sugars found in whole fruits and added sugars found in processed foods. Whole fruits come packaged by nature with fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. This combination slows down how quickly the sugar enters your bloodstream, making it much easier on your body. That's why eating a kiwi is worlds apart from eating a slice of cake, even if they both taste sweet. The fiber in fruit also acts like a gentle broom, sweeping cholesterol out of your system and keeping your blood vessels clean and clear, so you don't need to fear fruit. You just need to choose the right fruits and enjoy them in reasonable portions. And the ones we've talked about today, they're some of the best choices you could possibly make. Now, I want to share something else that's equally important: the concept of consistency. Your heart doesn't need you to be perfect. It needs you to be consistent. You don't have to eat pomegranate every single day or measure out blueberries like a scientist. What matters is making these heart-healthy choices more often than not, letting them become second nature. Maybe it's pomegranate seeds stirred into your yogurt 3 times a week. Maybe it's a kiwi with your lunch every other day. The more you build these habits into the natural rhythm of your life, the more they will quietly and powerfully do their work inside you. And here's something else that might surprise you. Enjoying these fruits isn't just good for your physical heart, it's also good for your emotional heart. There's something beautiful about caring for yourself with love and attention. Taking a moment to prepare a colorful, nourishing snack isn't just about feeding your body. It's about telling yourself, I matter, I'm worth taking care of. And that kind of self-love has its own profound healing power. Studies have shown that older adults who practice simple acts of self-care, like preparing healthy foods, taking daily walks, or engaging in gentle stretching, often have lower rates of depression, better social connections, and even longer lives. It's not just what you do for your body. It's the message you send to your mind and spirit when you do it. And speaking of taking action with love, there's one more powerful idea I want to share with you before we move forward. It's the idea of ritual. A ritual is something more than a habit. It's a small act, done with care, that brings meaning into your everyday life. Maybe every morning, as you peel your kiwi or pour your pomegranate juice, you take a moment to reflect on one thing you're grateful for. Maybe as you wash your blueberries and add them to your oatmeal, you say a quiet thank you for another day of life, another sunrise, another chance to move forward with strength. These little rituals of gratitude and care aren't just good for your heart health, they're good for your whole being. They create a sense of peace, purpose, and joy that medicine alone can never provide. And that, perhaps, is the greatest secret of all. True heart health isn't just about arteries and blood pressure, it's about love, self-love, gratitude, joy, connection, purpose. Every pomegranate seed you eat, every blueberry you savor, every kiwi you slice. It's a small, quiet way of saying, I choose life. I choose to keep going. I choose to care for myself, for the people I love, and for the beautiful days still ahead of me. And that's something no medication can ever replace. There's still more to share, because these heart-healthy fruits are just the beginning. In just a moment, we'll talk about how combining these simple changes with a few powerful lifestyle habits can create even deeper protection for your heart and help you live not just longer, but better. If you're still with me, I can tell. You're someone who truly cares about living not just longer, but better. And that's what this part is all about. Not just recognizing good habits, but building a life around them that keeps your heart strong and your spirit joyful. Because here's the truth. Just knowing about pomegranate, blueberries, and kiwi is a wonderful first step. But real transformation happens when we combine smart eating with smart living. You might be wondering, What else can I do to protect my heart naturally without feeling overwhelmed or restricted? The answer is simpler and more encouraging than you might think. The first and most powerful solution? Movement. You don't have to run marathons or lift heavy weights. In fact, one of the greatest gifts you can give your heart after 70 is the gift of gentle, joyful movement. Whether it's a slow walk around your neighborhood, dancing in the kitchen to your favorite oldies, or simple chair exercises while you watch television, every bit of movement matters. It helps lower blood pressure, improve circulation, strengthen your heart muscle, and lift your mood. And remember, your heart isn't just a pump. It's a living, beating part of you that thrives on rhythm and flow. When you move your body, you're literally singing a song of health to your heart. If you're just starting out, begin with 5 to 10 minutes a day. Stretch your arms to the ceiling, sway your hips a little, wiggle your toes. No pressure, no judgment, just joyful motion. Over time, your stamina and confidence will grow, and you'll find yourself doing more without even thinking about it. Another powerful solution lies in something many seniors accidentally overlook: hydration. I can't stress this enough. Your heart depends on fluid to keep your blood thin and flowing smoothly. Yet, so many older adults unintentionally slip into dehydration, especially when they don't feel thirsty. This forces the heart to work harder, thickens the blood, and raises blood pressure, all silently, without obvious warning signs. A simple goal is to sip water steadily throughout the day, not big gulps all at once. If plain water feels boring, try adding a splash of pomegranate juice for flavor and extra heart-healthy benefits. Herbal teas are another wonderful choice, soothing and hydrating all at once. And while we're on the subject of small, powerful habits, let's talk about laughter. Yes, laughter. Studies have shown that genuine laughter lowers stress hormones, reduces inflammation in blood vessels, and improves overall heart function. Isn't that beautiful? Something as simple and free as a good chuckle with friends, a funny TV show, or a happy memory can literally strengthen your heart. So make it part of your prescription. A few servings of fruit, a few minutes of movement, plenty of water, and a big, hearty laugh at least once a day. But even with these practical steps, I know there's still another layer we have to talk about: mental and emotional health. As we age, loneliness, anxiety, and even sadness can quietly sneak into our lives, even when we're surrounded by loved ones. And what many people don't realize is that loneliness and chronic stress are just as dangerous to the heart as high cholesterol or smoking. If you've been feeling a little isolated lately, please know you are not alone, and there are beautiful, simple ways to reconnect. Consider joining a local senior center, a walking club, or even an online community where you can share hobbies and stories. Many libraries offer free events, classes, or reading groups that welcome seniors with open arms. Even a simple weekly phone call with a friend or neighbor can work wonders. Your heart needs connection just as much as it needs oxygen. And if you ever feel overwhelmed by sadness or anxiety, please reach out. Whether it's to a doctor, a counselor, or a trusted friend. Seeking help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom and strength. Another solution that's often overlooked is the power of routine health checkups. I know, doctor visits aren't anyone's favorite thing, but catching small issues early can save you from big problems later on. A simple blood pressure check, a cholesterol test, a conversation about your medications, these can give you and your heart the early support you need to stay strong. Think of it as a tune-up, like you would with a car you love. A little attention now keeps you running smoothly for many miles to come. And before we close this section, let's not forget one of the most beautiful and simple solutions of all: maintaining a positive attitude. It's not always easy. Life brings its share of challenges. But every day you choose hope, every day you practice gratitude, every day you smile in the mirror and say, "I'm doing my best." You are literally healing yourself from the inside out. Your heart responds to your emotions more than any other organ. It listens, it feels, it carries the weight of your joys and your sorrows. Nurture it gently. Celebrate the small victories. Laugh at the small mistakes. Give yourself permission to find happiness right where you are, exactly as you are. Because the truth is, it's not just about living longer. It's about living fuller, living better, living with purpose, with kindness, and with love, starting with yourself. And every time you choose a pomegranate seed over a processed snack, every time you stretch instead of sitting still, every time you lift your spirits with a smile or a laugh, you are choosing life. And that's a choice worth making every single day. As we come to the end of this time together, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered. You've learned about 3 incredible fruits: pomegranate, blueberries, and kiwi, simple gifts from nature that can protect your heart in ways that even some medications cannot. You've seen how easy it can be to fold them into your daily life, a handful here, a slice there, creating small, beautiful habits that build a foundation of health with every bite. But even more than that, you've discovered the deeper truth, that your heart's health is shaped not just by what you eat, but by how you live, how you move, how you connect, and how you nurture your own spirit. We talked about the importance of gentle, joyful movement, of letting your body stretch, sway, and breathe with life every single day, about the quiet power of staying hydrated, giving your heart the fluid it needs to flow freely and strongly, about laughter, that sweet, free medicine that costs nothing but pays you back in strength and joy. We explored the need for connection, that deep human truth that we all need to feel seen, heard, and loved. Whether it's a friendly chat with a neighbor, a call to an old friend, or simply a smile shared with a stranger, every moment of connection nourishes your heart as surely as any fruit or vitamin ever could. We reminded ourselves of the wisdom of regular health checkups, not out of fear, but out of love. Love for this one precious body that has carried you through so many years and still has so many more beautiful miles left to go. And perhaps, most importantly, we spoke about the choice, the daily, deliberate choice to see your life through a lens of hope, gratitude, and joy. To wake up each morning, stretch your arms to the sky, and say, "Today, I choose to care for myself. Today, I choose life." Because that, my friend, is the secret that ties it all together. It's not about chasing perfection. It's about choosing love. Love for your body, love for your life, love for all the days you still have ahead. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, where do I start? The answer is simple. Start small. Tomorrow morning, maybe you add a handful of blueberries to your oatmeal. Maybe you take a 5-minute walk around the block. Maybe you call a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Maybe you just sit quietly, breathe deeply, and thank your heart for all the years it has faithfully served you. Each of these small choices is like a seed planted in the garden of your health. Tend to it with care, patience, and joy, and you will see the fruits of your efforts bloom in ways that may surprise and delight you. And if you stumble some days, if you forget your fruits, or skip your walk, or feel a little low, that's okay. Life isn't about being perfect. It's about coming back, again and again, to what matters most. Your heart is listening. Your body is listening. They are waiting for your kindness, your attention, your love. And every single day that you show up for yourself, with a piece of fruit, a laugh, a prayer, a step forward, you are writing a new story, a story of strength, a story of hope. A story that says, I am still growing, I am still thriving, I am still here. Before we finish, I want to thank you, truly, for spending this time with me. You could have been anywhere else, doing anything else, but you chose to be here, investing in your future, in your health, in your joy. That is no small thing, and I honor you for it. If this video touched you, if you feel even a little more hopeful, a little more empowered, a little more ready to take the next step, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to make sure you never miss another opportunity to nourish your body, your mind, and your heart. And if you have a moment, I would be so honored if you would leave a comment below. Share with us, what is one small change you're excited to make starting today? Your story could be the inspiration someone else needs to start their own journey. Together, we are stronger. Together, we are wiser. Together, we can keep growing, thriving, and living fully, no matter what age we find ourselves in. So here's to you, to your strong heart, your wise spirit, and the beautiful journey that lies ahead. Until next time, stay well, stay hopeful, and keep choosing life. You're doing better than you know. Take care, my friend. And don't forget, your best days are not behind you. They're still unfolding, one healthy, joyful step at a time.